weird. Jean said this is where the event is supposed to be, but there's nothing here. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, this is where our journey officially began. That sure brings back memories. Kinda nostalgic, really. Even after all this time, this place hasn't changed one bit. Look who's getting all sentimental and poetic. Well, we still need to find Jean and the others. Let's have a look around. Yeah. Paimon remembers there used to be hydro slime hiding here, but it's gotta be gone now, right? Whoa! A fungus? Are those supposed to be in Mondstadt? Not that these are a real threat to us at this point, but still!
They said this isn't hard enough. Should I grab a geovision for the next round then?
Is this really the time to get competitive?
Did you hear that, Paimon?
Hear what?
Huh.
Huh? Why did someone hang Jumpy Dumpty mines all over this tree? What? But they don't look alike. You can't even eat them. Hold on. Could this be an event setup thing? Not a lot of people come here, but a bomb's still a bomb. If someone gets hurt by accident, Klee's gonna get marched off to the confinement room again. Yeah, but let's take a picture with the camera before we take them down. First the fungus, and now this? Something weird is going on. If it turns out not to be event-related, it'll be good to have a record of what we found. You couldn't just compliment Paimon's smarts like a regular person? Whatever. Paimon will take it. Better than being called emergency food, at least. Anyway, it never hurts to be careful. We've seen through lots of tricks, but we've also gotten the short end of the stick a bunch of times, too. Paimon likes the optimism. Come on, let's get that picture taken. Then, get rid of these bombs. Ready to jump right in, huh? Just don't forget to take a picture first. Fireworks! Guess there was no danger after all. Were those meant to welcome us or something? Anyway, we should be good here. Let's keep going. Huh. What was it Paimon said back then? Ah, right! Oh, wow! That's a statue of the seven! Among the seven gods, this god controls the wind. You remember too. It's weird though. It seems like there's something different about it. Let's take a closer look. Huh. Paimon's next line was...
As we all know...
Right! Poetry and language flow statue of the seven. It's fish! Okay, I'm unsure of it now. This can't be for an event. No one in their right mind would replace that huge statue of the seven with a statue of Klee. Yeah, and well made too, but that's not the point. You're not weirded out by this? Oh, you're right. This must be Alice's doing. She could put 100 Klee statues all around Mondstadt and Paimon still wouldn't be surprised. That explains the other weird stuff we saw up till now, too. She must have asked Jean to write that letter so we'd lower our guard. No, wait! Maybe that was Alice just pretending to be Jean. Paimon wouldn't put it past her. Yeah, Paimon's not upset. The surprises were nice, and this statue is pretty cool. Plus, we got to take a little trip down memory lane. Makes Paimon feel all warm and fuzzy, remembering where it all began. What do we do now, though? There's nobody around. If this is some sort of elaborate prank, guess we're in it until the people behind it jump out and say, "Gotcha!" Huh? What does that mean? Oh, yeah. And there could be even more. Guess all there's left to do is touch that statue and find out. Maybe it'll give you the power of pyro or something.
The world opens itself before those with noble hearts.
Surprises. Good guessing on your part. Let's get going and see what else we find.
Go now.
Yes, now we're gonna be too late.
There's something huge in the sky!
Okay, we all remember what Paimon said back then. Anyway, since he's here, that must mean we're about to meet another old friend in these woods. Then, the Goblin was tainted by the Abyss, and Tone-Deaf Bard was about to heal his wounds. But your control over Animo wasn't so great, so they noticed you and ran off. But you've had tons of practice since then, so mistakes like that should be a thing of the past. True. No need to go for a full-on reenactment.
Our old friends have arrived.
And it is our great pleasure to greet them. Welcome to Mondstadt, you two. The place where it all began.
Lovely to see you, dearies. So what's the verdict? Did our special welcome ceremony meet the mark?
It was very... you, that's for sure. Paimon Paimon can't believe the Knights of Favonius let you go that far. Where'd you move the real statue of the Seven anyway?
Oh, gracious me. You still haven't figured it out. If I had actually done something to that statue, I would have been locked up in the teensy room next door by now. Certainly not my idea of a pleasant afternoon.
So, what's going on here?
Ah, now you're asking the right questions, Paimon.
The answer lies over here.
Nicole? You're here too?
That's right. Our two lovely mages are here on vacation. In fact, everything you just experienced was their handiwork. But I'll leave the explanations to Miss Nicole. I trust you're well acquainted with her skill at explaining all manner of magic and phenomena.
Yep. We experienced that firsthand in Notcry.
This bubble is a new kind of magic Alice and I invented. Inside it is a small world created using a person's memories. When you were busy reading that invitation to Mondstadt, Alice took the opportunity to place you within it.
Oh, we didn't even notice.
Huh, I wouldn't be much of a dodo king if I couldn't pull off a simple trick like that.
All that to say, the things you saw weren't real. They only exist within this bubble. Ah, except for Venti and Dvalin, of course. I invited Venti, and he brought the dragon along.
It's not every day you get to relive the beginning of your journey. It feels like listening to a verse you haven't heard in a while, right? You might not remember the name or melody, and still, you start humming along in no time. I'm assuming your trip down memory lane was similarly nostalgic.
So does Jean know about this or not? Paimon's starting to think that invitation letter was a fake.
Oh, no. Jean wrote that herself, I assure you. I wouldn't dare forge a letter under her name.
Huh. So you do draw the line somewhere.
Whew. Not with my daughter in her clutches. If you ever become a mother, you'll understand.
Oh, come on! It's not like she's being held hostage.
The point is, this magical bubble was created at the request of the Knights of Favonius. With the expedition in Notcry coming to an end, the Knights will be home before long.
Varka thinks it's better to give people time to reunite with their families, so he told Jean to hold off on a huge welcome reception for now. Of course, Jean has her own thoughts on the matter. You can get the details from her soon.
As things stand, we're keeping the reception small, but there will be some activities. This magic bubble is one of them. The returning knights can use it to catch up on all the major events that have occurred in Mondstadt while they were gone.
Simply put, it's a reenactment of your adventures.
Indeed. The ultimate goal is for everyone to have a chance to take part in the excitement.
So, what about the parts that took a few, creative liberties?
Oh, those were there because the bubble world is still being transcribed and debugged. Memories are easy to extract, and the resulting information density is fine, but it's not exactly a stable medium. If memories are the only thing used to recreate a world, it's hard to ensure a lack of deviations. For example, these memories belong to Venti, but even for someone like him, whose memories are quite reliable, there is bound to be some variance. Not to mention, on their own, memories lack an interactive component, so I added some self-deductive capabilities to this magic, which exacerbated the instability issues, unfortunately.
Yeah, that, makes sense.
For instance, say we're recording memories and Lisa happens to fly into a fury over some overdue library books at the same time. A powerful thunderstorm might unfold in the bubble world out of nowhere. Luckily, there's a simple solution. We just have to send someone to scout things out first. Then we can manually correct anything that doesn't make sense.
Exactly. Plus, once the recording is complete, the magic will loop, so there won't be further deviations and we won't need real people to act things out. Ah, and before it's all said and done, we'll be sure to cover up your identity, Venti.
Much appreciated. Otherwise, buying around at the Angels share is gonna be much more of a hassle.
Huh. Like you're the one who does the buying.
It's settled then. We'll allow you to be the first to relive these precious memories, and in return, you'll be our eyes on the inside.
Yeah, but it sounds like fun. Besides, we already snapped a few pics of some potential bugs. Like that weird statue of the Seven.
Oh, no, Paimon. That one was entirely intentional.
What? Seriously?
As the creator of this world, I'm afforded a bit of creative license, I would think. Creating this bubble was no easy task. Is a little personal touch too much to ask for?
I doubt anyone will mind. As far as I'm concerned, you're free to do as you please. This is Mondstadt, after all.
Oh, well. Paimon can't argue with that.
In that case, we'll be counting on you to continue testing our work tomorrow.
It's still early. Why not check out the other events at the testing grounds in the meantime? Jean should be there too.
Yeah, we'll go say hi. She's the one who invited us after all.
I think nothing of it. Now that the world is at...
Yes, good work. We'll go with this setup.
Hey, Jean! We're here!
Honorary Knight, Paimon, welcome back. Did you have a good time in Alice's magic bubble?
Yeah, it was so cool! Paimon's looking forward to getting back in there tomorrow.
I'll be sure not to spoil it then. I imagine you might be interested in what went into the preparation, though. I loved the idea when Alice brought it up, but I knew it would take a great deal of reenactors, not to mention recruiting Dvalin. Luckily, Venti, or rather, Lord Barbados, agreed to help. After that, I opened up recruitment to the people of Mondstadt. Countless volunteers jumped at the chance to reenact your stories, Honorary Knight. It took me 2 days just to read through all the applications. A lot of people have gotten involved, and that includes quite a few familiar faces as well.
Are you one of them?
Yes, according to Alice, I'm one of the leading ladies.
Yeah, there are other activities here too, right? Sounds like there's a lot on your plate.
Ah, well, such are the duties of the acting Grandmaster. I'm used to it. For those of us who have been holding down the fort, so to speak, the return of the expedition team is a matter of great importance. The Grandmaster contacted me and said not to organize a grand reception on their behalf, and I understand where he's coming from. I'm sure the team will be exhausted upon returning, and making a big fuss might just tire them out further.
I'm sensing a butt in there somewhere. Tone-deaf Bard said you had other ideas.
Yes, well, those of us here in Mondstadt have been awaiting their return for a long time. Resuming normal life after such a long expedition will be quite an adjustment. An official welcome might help them feel at home and reacclimate to life here. Not to mention, it's a chance for the people to show them no matter how long we've been apart, we're still family. Yes, absolutely. And I don't know, perhaps I am overstepping. I just hope the Grandmaster isn't too upset.
So, besides the whole bubble thing, what have you got planned?
Here, I'll show you. First, this is an arena we've set up to showcase Favonius blade work. The cavalry company is in charge of this one. I'm sure there will be some exciting sparring sessions.
Ooh, that means we'll get to see Kaya on stage!
That's right. Compared to me, he's much better at keeping things interesting, even when the subject matter is quite serious. I can think of no better person for the job.
You're as modest as ever, huh, Jean?
Over here, we're running a wind glider speed shooting event. It's not hard to guess who's in charge of this one, I'm sure. Yes, her gliding skills are top-notch, and she's quite creative when it comes to event design. Be sure to check it out when the time comes. There's also a booth that will serve as a reception area where people can relax and chat with each other. A few simple games will be available as well. Hertha is in charge of the drink stall, but we're still working on the menu.
Well, the more alcohol options, the better, I think. The expedition team likes the strong stuff.
Fair point. Huh?
What's with that face?
Grandmaster, you're back? Has the entire team returned as well? Well, apologies, we're not quite done with the preparations, but I assure you, it's limited to what you see here. We're exercising the utmost restraint.
Hey. Relax, Gene, relax. No need to get all formal with me. I split from the group to make it back first. Pretend I'm not even here. Besides, I knew you'd want to surprise us, no matter what I said.
Oh, I see.
If I didn't tell you to put on the brakes, I knew you'd go full throttle and start planning the next Ludi Harpastum or Windbloom Festival. You put so much pressure on yourself, diving headfirst into the deep end without thinking about how much is on your plate. I just didn't want you to overwork yourself, that's all.
Oh, wow. That's actually really nice of you.
Well, looking out for my fellow knights comes with a job. As for the event, food, drink, and fun in spades without too much pomp and circumstance. Yeah, just like a Mondstadt festival should be. The team will feel at home in no time.
That's far too kind, Grandmaster. But thank you.
I mean it, you know? Just trust my judgment. Anyway, you two got a sec? Now that I'm finally back in my old stomping grounds, let me treat you to a meal. I'll even introduce you to the Good Hunter's secret menu.
Oh, nice! Paimon's never heard of that before.
What's wrong? Not hungry?
Actually, Grandmaster, there's a few things I'd love for you to look over, since you seem to have some time to spare. Perhaps we could go back to headquarters first.
Hang on, you know this is just a pit stop, right? There's not going to be time for me to take over the whole shebang.
Of course. Still, you are the Grandmaster.
Oh, you have no idea what this means. I'll be trapped in the office until tomorrow morning.
It's not that dramatic. If we make haste, we'll finish before dawn.
As much as Paimon wants to check out that secret menu, you should at least do some work now that you're back.
All right. Oh, let's go. Guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Wow. Jean wanted my input on everything. Even though I left the Knights, Grandmaster Varka has done a lot for me. He didn't stop me from leaving back then, or throw any administrative roadblocks my way. So I owe him one.
Well, I was sad to see you go, but your mind was made up. And anyhow, you're an adult. As long as you're prepared to follow through on your choices, who am I to stop you? And let me tell you, my rebellious streak was way worse back in the day.
You look pretty tired. Late night yesterday?
Yeah, didn't get much sleep at all. And now my head's killing me. My terrible memories of being Grandmaster came rushing back at once.
The Grandmaster's wording is somewhat misleading, so allow me to elaborate. We made quick work of our tasks yesterday, much to the Grandmaster's great pleasure, so he hit up his friend Charles for a few drinks.
You know how it is. When you're catching up with an old friend, a few drinks turn into a few too many. Am I right?
Ah, so you're just hungover. Ugh, and Paimon was starting to feel bad for you.
I see. Understood. I just received word from the knights stationed at the venue that the setup is complete. You can start today's story at any time. Ask away.
Ah, you mean like how only you could have purified Dvalin's tears? That ability is unique to you, and to be honest, a lot of people might not even know you're capable of something like that. So they might get stuck at that point in the story.
Don't worry, I thought about that. The story told within the bubble has some jumps. I've deleted the parts that might complicate things. The remaining content doesn't require the participant to do much of anything, actually. It should be like watching a play, except you get to walk around as you enjoy the performance.
Wait, but we ran into a combat encounter yesterday when that fungus jumped out at us.
We'll take care of that. Alice and I want this to be an experience even a child can complete without trouble. The parts you're testing today are more stable, so there shouldn't be too many bugs. Of course, when you access the dicier sections, be sure to keep our vision in mind.
Speaking of Alice, where is she?
Klee demanded some playtime with her mom. And of course, as far as Alice is concerned, nothing is more important than a request from her daughter.
Yep, that checks out.
Ha ha ha. Well, let's get this show on the road. I'm ready to witness our honorary knight's story firsthand.
Whoa! Dizzy. That's gonna take some getting used to. Why didn't that happen the first time?
Ah, looks like we've jumped forward a bit since yesterday. We're at the Favonius Cathedral now.
Wait, is this the bit where we borrow the Holy Lyre? Yeah, Paimon's not sure about this. Also, why is Tone Deaf Bard the only one here? What about Varka and the others?
Don't worry, I'm sure Nicole has it all planned out. See? Here comes Diluc now.
Word from the Knights of Favonius is that the Fatui are planning to steal the Holy Lyre der Himmel. Unfortunately, that intel came a little late. A conflict between the two parties is ensuing inside. If the Fatui succeed, we'll miss our chance to borrow the lyre. Come on, let's go help the Knights. What is it?
Oh, so that's how we're explaining this part. Huh, pretty convincing.
It's all thanks to that committed performance from our good friend Diluc.
I'm just reading the lines Miss Nicole gave me. You need to play along, okay? The cameras are rolling.
Don't worry, our operation isn't that strict. If there are slip-ups, I'll just delete them later. Feel free to take a relaxed approach.
Wait, that was Nicole's voice? Where's it coming from?
Probably that small bubble.
That's right. This is a kind of communication magic. The same one the Knights of Favonius used to get in touch with me earlier. If you get stuck at any point, you can contact me through this magic, and I'll provide a few hints.
How very convenient. I suppose, given how the story is progressing, we don't have to worry about borrowing the Holy Lyre then.
That's right. Obviously, we're not including the stealing part in this version of the story. After all, the Fatui were the ones who ended up with it. Borrowing, stealing, Leaving out that detail doesn't change the direction of the story. Anyway, the Knights are currently fighting to protect the Holy Lyre. Varka and Jean are already in the underground area. We should head over as well.
This is like getting to read the script before watching the movie.
I wonder what would happen if, this time, we managed to catch the Fatui thief in the act.
That would complicate things. Worst case scenario, we might need to do another take. So if you could refrain from going off script, that would be great.
Okay.
Someone's got an axe to grind.
You're just in time. The situation is not looking good at the moment. The Fatui brought much more force than expected.
Yeah, it's turned into quite a mess.
You're not bad, boy. Against the Fatui, though, you'll need to try harder than that.
You ain't messing around, huh? Take this!
Oh no! If this keeps up, the Holy Lyre's gonna be... Oh, sorry. Paimon can't do this. Nicole, shouldn't these people be wearing Fatui costumes at least?
Yeah, it's kinda hard to get in the zone when our opponents look like average guild members.
Let me see here. It looks like magical autoload has been disabled, so the Fatui costumes didn't appear. I'll get that fixed. Just ignore the problem for now and continue with the scene. Remember, this is a tense moment.
Got it. In that case, I'll evacuate the members of the church right away.
All right, thank you. As you see, Traveler, the situation is dire. We need to retrieve the Holy Lyre and get it back to headquarters.
Looks like the Fatui are tied up fighting the Knights. I doubt they have the manpower to spare to deal with us.
Which means, if we rush in, we should be able to retrieve the lyre.
You all sure are getting into character. Okay then, let's go!
If the conflict really had escalated to this point back then. Just imagine the cleanup work.
Yeah, good thing it didn't turn out like that. No use thinking about something that didn't happen, right?
When your free time is as precious as mine, it's hard not to think about it.
I couldn't keep up with you after all, Grandmaster. It's like you've gotten even stronger since I last saw you.
Expeditions have a way of doing that to people. Ever consider taking your adventurers out on a long trip?
I think I'll pass.
No entry. This place is under Fatui jurisdiction.
How dare you stand in our way! You'll face our Harbinger's wrath soon enough!
What a coincidence. Or perhaps I should say, great minds think alike.
Yes, well, this looked like the most relaxed part of the performance. I'd prefer to get this over with and return to my work as soon as possible. I'm assuming you feel the same, Miss Lisa?
Of course. After all, this place suffers from a dire lack of comfortable chairs and good tea.
The Holy Lyre! There it is!
Well, well, well. It seems our outer diversions were most effective. The knights know not that the true danger lurks right beneath their nose.
It's no wonder you're known as the youngest, most capable Electro-Sisson mage in your unit. You can read our enemy like a book.
No! We're too late!
Put the liar down.
You heard her! Put it down and put him up! Or this is gonna get ugly! Wait, why are you the only one with a costume, Fischl?
Why? Because I fashioned this headpiece myself, of course. How does it look? I am the spitting image of an Electro-Sisson mage, am I not?
And I suppose I look enough like an Electro-Sisson as I am.
Hold on. Trying to distract me with conniving conversation, are you? Ha! You underestimate me. To think I would appear before you without full confidence in my victory. Go forth, Oz. Sissons, take care of these pests. The holy Lyre der Himmel belongs to the Fatui. Whoa, that was fast. Mage-powered flight is something else.
Fischl is... the Fatus is getting away! After her, quick!
Here, take it away, and don't let them catch you.
That's nothing the gliding champion of the Fatui can't handle.
Hey! That goes against gliding regulations!
Pretty tough, aren't ya? Well, let's see how you handle this.
Oh. Paimon thought the Adventurers Guild were the only ones role-playing as Fatui.
Just thought I'd lend him a hand. Fischl didn't have time to make me a cool hat, though.
Amber's over there! Let's get ready to land!
Here they come! Positions, everyone!
So this is where the chase ends this time. Wait a minute. This isn't what their hideout looked like. It's at least a few times bigger.
Yes, I remember it being much more run down. This place has far more structural appeal.
The Lawrence clan lived here for a time, but this doesn't look like their handiwork. And I know for sure it's not the work of the knights.
Must be a bit of creative license on the part of our dear mages, then.
Alice said the original was too run down and didn't fit her aesthetic taste. So we repurposed some assets from the Golden Apple Archipelago. As you can imagine, Alice has always been a go big or go home kind of person.
Yeah, this is go big, all right.
Still, our mission remains the same. We're here to get back the Holy Lyre.
Yeah, and this time we have a whole bunch of people to help us. Not just you, Luke. Should be a total piece of cake.
A human never doubts what their eyes see or rejects the ground beneath their feet. Both now warn you that this is the end of the road. Give up and turn back while you can.
That voice. Is that Mona?
Mona? Oh, you mean Barbarloth's student.
You know about her? But Mona came to Mondstadt after your expedition left.
Well, I had regular contact with the Hexen Circle, so her name came up now and then. The whole thing about her messing up and being too afraid to go back? Yeah, I know that too.
What? But how? No one in the Hexen Circle should know about that.
For real? Sorry, but I'm pretty sure all the mages know.
All of them?
I'm afraid so. Oh, except Rhindaughter, I suppose.
Fine. That's just fine. It's not like the old hag's gonna come find me in Mondstadt to settle the score, right?
Anyway, how do we cross?
I'm not telling.
Aw, come on. Don't take it out on us.
I'm not. This is unrelated. Besides, I'm playing a Fatus whose job it is to issue riddles. You can't just ask me for the answer.
All right. Almost forgot about that.
If you want the answer, think back to what I said at the beginning.
Mona's riddle was as follows. A human never doubts what their eyes see, or rejects the ground beneath their feet. However, things that are taken to be indisputable are often false. So, one must shift one's gaze elsewhere. Perhaps, upward.
Oh, hey! It's been a while.
Hello, Grandmaster. Hello, everyone. No. Wait, my line. How did you get in here?
I would think you have bigger concerns right now. Tell us where to find the lyre.
It's locked in the back room, but good luck getting in there. 3 crests are needed to enter, and each one is guarded by a Fatus.
Wait, but in real life, we only needed 1 key.
Yes, but there are 3 locations to visit. If there was only 1 key to be found, there's a good chance the encounters set up at the other 2 locations would go to waste. All our actors worked so hard to memorize their lines. It would be a shame if their part got skipped over.
Fair point. They're playing through the story just like us, after all.
To be honest, when I first read my lines, I was kind of confused at how I just give up the intel without a fight. But when I actually had to stand up against all of you, it made sense. I mean, Mr. Diluc practically had me in a cold sweat.
Really? I only had 1 line.
Aha! Yet in a game of cards, it's the ones that remain unturned that strike the greatest fear in your opponent. The same principle applies here.
That's right! And I've been told you have quite a few tricks up your sleeve, Mr. Diluc. Anyway, you can head in now. Everyone should be ready.
1 moment. We can't quite end it like this. I believe you have one more line, Mika.
Do I have to say it?
It would benefit the scene.
All right. I told you everything I know. Now leave me alone.
And off he goes.
Looks like we were followed. Guess Mondstadt's elite aren't to be underestimated, huh?
Stand aside. This one's personal. But this time, I'm fully locked and loaded! Come on, kid! Let's finish what we started!
Looks like I...
Okay. You win. Somehow this round wasn't quite as fun.
Probably because you had to act like a fatus. At this point, I could take down those with my eyes closed.
True. Guess I didn't stand a chance, huh?
Oh, so you were the one in the Fatus costume. Does that mean the auto-load bug is fixed now, Nicole?
It would seem so.
Man, their armor is heavy and not breathable at all. You're telling me the Fatui and Sumeru and Natlan also wear this stuff? I can't even imagine.
Rumor has it, Fatui recruits undergo rigorous training. I feel like there's some truth to that after all. Well, even though we lost, Dad had fun for sure. Here's the crest I was guarding. You've earned it.
Talk about bad luck. The minute you put on that Fatui costume, the gun stopped working. How weird is that?
Yeah, thanks for stepping in, Dad. Guess I'll have to hand it in to Miss Nicole for repairs later.
The Fatus up ahead values wealth above all else. No bargaining chip is off the table. Luckily, I've prepared a negotiation multi-tool for this situation. Don't forget to take it with you.
Wait, Mona? Again?
What? The more roles you play, the more you get paid. That's what Alice said. I was hoping to do even more than this, but it is what it is. Anyway, the crest is with me. All I need to know is how much you're willing to cough up to get it. Let's talk business, shall we? Good enough for me. Gotta know when to fold, right? All right, here's the crest. Huh. And with that, I'm off the clock. Oh, and by the way, word has it you accomplished something major in Nodcry. You reeled in the true moon from beyond the false firmament. Well, I spend most of my time staring into a scryglass, after all. If something changes in the sky, you think I wouldn't notice? Hydromancy uses the false stars to reflect true fate within the water. Now, I can't help but wonder what I would see if I cast a reflection of the true moon instead. Of course, I need a whole new set of equipment to look into that, which means shelling out a whole lot of mora. So I've been taking on a lot of odd jobs.
No wonder Alice gave you quite a few parts in this.
Generous compensation, minimal manual labor. It's been a good gig. Plus, the Hexen Circle never promises an amount they can't deliver. Even though her daughter is, in some part, responsible for my predicament. That was a long time ago, and I know Klee didn't mean it.
Huh. I guess the moon's a big deal in hydromancy. Just spitballing here, but it kind of sounds like your progress would be much faster if you, I don't know, just contacted Barbeloth directly.
Oh, come on. Enough about that old hag. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
Without the crests, I can't activate this device either. Like I said, I told you everything I know. Just leave me alone, man. I thought I lucked out with just a few lines, but it still wasn't easy to pull off. Anyway, if you want to get into that room, you'll need...
The road ahead is almost completely blocked. Looks like this person isn't taking visitors. Guess we'll just have to be careful. We need that crest.
On me.
What? They handed over their crests? Looks like the decision has been made for me then. Further resistance would be foolish.
Gotta say, Paimon didn't expect you to play this kind of role, Durant.
Well, actually, Aunt Alice was planning for me to play Dvalin if the dragon himself didn't agree to take part. That was the backup plan. Apparently, there's a spell like the one used to make Simulanka that could change me back into an evil dragon.
That does not sound like a good idea.
I have to agree. That sounds like a disaster waiting.
I don't think I'd be very good at playing the evil dragon anyway. I'm not intimidating enough. Luckily, Dvalin agreed to take part after all, so my role was switched to timid Fatui Guard B, and I got to wear a costume instead.
Wow, that's a pretty huge change. Why B, though?
Oh, because Mika is Guard A.
As expected, Alice has got it all planned out.
All right, we got all the crests. Let's head back and look for Mika.
All right. This elevator's a bit complicated to operate, so Miss Nicole asked me to help activate it. Just one moment.
Thanks.
No problem. Best of luck up there.
Huh. I don't remember Fatui being this nice. Where's the fun in that?
Of course you want to make things difficult. Come on, let's get out of here.
Security's tight around here.
I hope this is safe.
The Holy Liar! Here it is! Wait, but Paimon remembers something about a...
Hot-blooded, careless, and reckless heroes! Despair, for you have stepped into my trap! Wait, what? All it did was lock the liar up? Well, I I wasn't the one who designed it. All Alice said was that activating it would turn the tables.
I see.
That checks out.
They laugh as if they already know what is to transpire. I do not have a good feeling about this. Allow me to clarify before we proceed. How was it that the lyre was retrieved back then?
From what I've heard, the Fatui agent guarding this place was given a thorough beating, and then the lock opened.
So then, I'm the one who walked into the trap?
Do not despair, mein Fräulein. Miss Alice provided us with backup, did she not? We are not entirely outmatched.
'Tis true. Though thine Prinzessin stands on the cusp of defeat, courage has not yet failed her. Let this be our last stand! Come forth, my loyal servants! Smite all who stand against us!
Look! The ravens get confused if they don't hit anyone. Now's your chance!
Group 2, reinforce! Group 3, Group 4! Oh, forget it. All of you, attack at once! Well, well. It seems I must send forth my most capable servant of all. He shall dispose of you in one fell swoop.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Maria sweeping in!
Here we go! Brace yourselves.
Our situation is dire, mein Fräulein. It seems this is the end of the road.
Got a bit too cocky.
up! Just don't hit... All right. I know when I'm beat. You win.
You were brilliant, Miss Fischl. The recording was fantastic. I'm certain future participants will have a great time.
Yeah! This role was perfect for you!
Huh. Your praise is a compliment to your own good sense. Yet know that this is but the least of your princess's abundant talents.
Huh. It doesn't look like the lock is opened, though.
True. This isn't what we were told would happen.
I doubt the mages want us to just break it open. It's not their style.
Perhaps we haven't met a certain condition then?
Oh, wait! Does that mean the beating up part has to happen for this to proceed? You dare place your princessin in such a scene? 'Tis an affront of the highest order!
I'm afraid it may be the only way to end this, mein Fräulein. But not to worry. It's all pretend, after all.
Very well. I shall allow this trespass, if only to bring this to an end. Just be gentle.
Huh? Oh, right. Paimon's the weakest one here. Here goes nothing.
It's open!
Miss Alice does love to tease, doesn't she?
Congratulations on obtaining the Holy Lyre der Himmel. That's a wrap for now.
Wow! This is quite the gathering. And do you smell that? Is that the secret menu Varka was talking about? Oh, Paimon's stomach has been rumbling this whole time, so she's gonna dig in. Don't forget to grab some food before it's all gone, okay?
Oh, hello. Did you need something? You know, we often threw banquets like this when I was little. But then, as more and more of our ranks left on expeditions and I was left in charge, the number of celebrations decreased. I'm not the most natural entertainer after all. Now, seeing a gathering like this after all this time, I can't help but feel a bit regretful for not keeping up the tradition.
Well said, traveler.
Barbara?
You told me you wanted the expedition members to feel at home. But in my eyes, the feeling of home isn't something you can force. Home is... what happens when we're all together like this?
Oh, you're right. And you know what? I've been coming to the same conclusion. The location isn't the most important factor. No matter how far we get from Mondstadt, home is wherever we're together. I appreciate the kind words, you two. I will do just that. Make sure to do the same, traveler. It's not often you get to make it back here. There's a lot of people waiting to catch up. Now that we're outside the bubble and no longer in character, there should be plenty of time.
Hey! Honorary knight, look up! Pretty stellar view from up here, and the breeze is nice too. Care to join me?
Oh, of all the places to sit, it just had to be there. Well, to each their own, I suppose. Just be careful on the way up, traveler.
Adventure time!
Have a seat. I come bearing drinks. Booze free, of course. You're welcome. Ah, well, that's what being home is all about, right? Letting go, feeling at ease. Figure we both deserve that after all this time. You think so? Glad to hear it. There's no place like home. That's what people say, right? The expedition took me far and wide, and still, little alcohol in my system, it would all come back. The cathedral, the statue, the windmills in the city, the pigeons and dandelions in front of the gate. The further away you get, the more you miss it. I might be biased, but it means a lot that you care about this place. I get that. The people are what make Mondstadt what it is, too. All the carefree kids running around, livening up the place. Which reminds me, I never thanked you for helping Mondstadt out back then. It takes a special person to do what you did. Most people are helpless in the face of abyssal corruption. Considering their target was Dvalin, things could have been bad. I suppose Barbados could have handled it, even though he hadn't been awake for long. But still, I doubt the ending would have turned out quite so perfect. Dvalin is family to him, you know? Having to choose between the dragon's life and Mondstadt's safety, that would have been cruel. Not to mention, the Wild Hunt would have reached our borders sooner or later. We'd have been stretched thin without your help. Maybe you've never put two and two together, but what you did in Natlan also helped reduce the threat of the Wild Hunt. If Natlan's crisis hadn't been resolved, the two abyssal powers might have joined forces at some point, making our situation even more dire. Ha! Look at us, taking down the Abyss in two separate nations. Doing the Knights of Favonius proud, aren't we? I guess not. In any case, for a knight, honor is something you get to define for yourself, no matter what the outside world thinks. And that's the question, isn't it? Why do we do what we do? Well, I think it's safe to say you already know the answer.
Ah, so this is where you've been hiding. You know, I don't think this was designed for sitting.
Ha! When did you become such a stickler? Come have a drink with us. There's plenty.
Don't mind if I do. Grape juice? Again?
You know, Charles would never let me hear the end of it if I started drinking without him.
Disappointing, but understandable. Oh, I almost forgot. Since this banquet is also for the actors, I invited Dvalin.
All right. Might hike up the bill a bit, but who cares? Haven't seen him in too long.
Yeah, well, he turned me down. He never did like being the center of attention. The city is a little too small for him to spread his wings. Even if no one is afraid of him, he could still take out a windmill or two. Guess it's better not to risk it.
Huh. Maybe it's time to draft a proposal to build him a landing pad.
The Traveler's right. If this is what makes him comfortable, might as well let him be. In the meantime, I propose a toast. To our honorary knight.
To our honorary knight.
I often think about our parting at Windrise, you know. And now, almost in the blink of an eye, the final stop on your journey is just around the corner. Snezhnaya. The Tsaritsa's plans have continued to advance. Now, only the Pyronosis remains free from her grasp.
But if even the captain couldn't take Malwika's Gnosis by force, I guess we don't need to be concerned about its safety for now. So that's good news, at least.
You wouldn't be taking a dig at someone else's ability to hold on to their Gnosis, now would you, Grandmaster?
Haha, of course not. I'm not one to rub salt in old wounds.
Her harbingers do often tend to take a rather extreme approach. Just look at Child or Signora. But we would be mistaken to ignore the fact that Signora did not win the Geonosis using force.
Right. You told me about the contract Morax signed with her before his death. You're saying she didn't need to resort to violence in Mondstadt either?
That's right. If she was able to provide a reason convincing enough to persuade Morax, she could have persuaded me no problem. I suppose she just didn't think there was a reason to negotiate. I had just woken up, so I must not have seemed like much of a threat. Honestly, the Gnosis was of no use to me. I didn't care who it belonged to or what means were used to take it. I just knew if I fought her in that moment, the cathedral, perhaps even the entire city, might have become collateral damage.
True. I wouldn't put it past Senor to take civilians as hostages either.
In the end, though, it was those same methods that led to her end. After all, her third target, the Raiden Shogun, wasn't a big negotiator back then. Perhaps Senora's success in Mondstadt and Liyue convinced her that she was a match for the Archon of any nation. You did the right thing. It pained me to see Inazuma as it was back then. I'm glad things have changed since. Of course, now the elite force of Harbingers has quite a few missing from its ranks, so I suspect that Tsaritsa no longer has the means to meddle in other nations like she used to. Who knows? Perhaps a chance to formally meet her in Snezhnaya might come sooner than we think.
Some of our knights remain stationed in Notcry. If you need help, just say the word, and we'll be there.
The look in your eyes. It's changed a lot since you first set off from Mondstadt. But my advice remains unchanged. Never forget that the journey itself has meaning, traveler. The birds of Tevat, the songs in the cities, the Tsaritsa, her Fatui and the monsters, they are all part of that journey. Perhaps earth-shaking truths and indescribable trials await you at the end. Just remember, there is more to life than that. All right, that's more than enough acting like a real Archon for one night. And still, not a sip of drink for dear old Venti at a time like this? You're no fun, Varka.
Dun dun dun!
Dun dun dun! Da da da!
This is so fun, Mom!
I think so too. Come on, let's blow them all up!
Mom, when can I play with the magic toy you made me?
Very soon, darling. In fact, it should be ready tomorrow. I just know you're going to love it.
Yay! Can we play together?
Why, of course! We'll have ourselves a splendid time.
Huh? Was this bubble this color before? Is something wrong?
I'm not sure. It was like this when I came to check on things this morning.
What? That can't be! How would the power of the abyss even get in there?
You sure know your stuff, traveler. That's where my head went too. But I don't know. Something is different about this power.
What does that mean?
It seems to be in an embryonic state. Like an egg that hasn't hatched, the dark clouds before a storm, or an omen before disaster strikes.
Of course, the world within the magic bubble is imaginary, so the same should be true of this abyssal power. At least for now.
You created this magic, right, Alice? Do you have any idea what's going on here?
Ooh, new magic does often come with its issues, so I can't say I'm entirely surprised something like this would crop up. As for a solution, however, I'm afraid I need more information first.
One thing is for certain, at least. Given the current threat, we'll have to close off the bubble to event participants. My apologies, Miss Alice. I know you've made a promise to Klee, but I'm not sure you'll be able to keep it.
Have we ever seen Alice look this serious?
Unprecedented crisis notwithstanding, it's too soon to just throw in the towel. What we should be focusing on is how we're going to fix this.
Are we talking about the Klee situation or the Abyss situation?
Both. Now, I have my suspicions, but I'll need someone to head into the bubble and confirm a few things. It's not like we can avoid going in there, right? We have to nip this crisis in the bud, after all.
I agree. We have to take action.
All right. I'll go convince Klee to play somewhere else for now and then head right back. In the meantime, Nicole, be a dear and keep observing the bubble from out here. Oh, and provide any fixes you can while the rest are inside.
I don't know, Alice. There are quite a few unknowns here. It's not like I can force people to head in there and take that risk. We angels aren't miracle workers.
You sure about that?
Fine. I'll do what I can. Just be quick, okay? This is your magic, after all.
Well, guess this is our best option. We're definitely not gonna sit back and watch.
The part where Barbados uses the lyre to summon Abyss-corrupted Dvalin. Then, everyone joins forces to fight him inside Storm Terror's lair, purges him of abyssal influence, and there you have it. Happy ending.
Yep, that sounds like how it happened.
Well, we've got the gang from back then all here. Let's go in and find out what's happening.
Count me in too. Potential threat or not, if there's even the slightest chance Mondstadt is in danger, I need to get to the bottom of it.
Jean?
It's nothing. I was just feeling a bit, nostalgic, getting to work together like this again.
Yeah. Yesterday felt like that too.
Yes, but that was for fun. That which confronts us now is a real crisis. So I suppose the memories just came back to me all at once.
Ooh, look at you getting all sentimental. That's a first.
Well, I suppose I am a bit too high-strung most of the time.
Hey, don't be embarrassed to say what you feel. I think that's how things should be. It's how we all grow closer. Besides, the more you open up, the less people will be surprised like Paimon here when you choose to share something.
Just look at Paimon. No filter whatsoever, word vomits whatever comes to mind. And that's what makes her so endearing and approachable.
Ha! It's about time you gave Paimon a compliment, tone-deaf bard. Hang on. Was that a compliment?
Before we set off, I just want to stress that whatever is happening in the bubble right now is a huge unknown. I was able to maintain contact before, but right now all I can observe within is chaos, so I imagine communication might be cut off as well. It might be difficult for us to guide you, so proceed with caution.
Don't worry. This isn't our first time leaping headfirst into a dangerous situation.
There's also a last resort I can fall back on if worst comes to worst. Though it would mean all our recent hard work going to waste.
You mean destroying the bubble entirely?
Yes, if it comes down to it.
All right, I'll monitor the situation from outside and provide whatever external fixes and support I can in the meantime.
Understood. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Sound good?
All right, let's go.
Whoa! Is this Mondstadt? Didn't we all come in at the same time? Where are the others? Look! There's Venti! Surrounded by a whole bunch of monsters! Yeah!
Perfect timing. Come on, let's show these unwelcome guests the door. Yahoo! Think you can get away?
Together some of the communication and control stations and managed to smash together some items that should give us an advantage. These elements likely are useful in the future. We should use them in things.
Brace yourself. Yeah. Time for takeoff.
Yeah.
All good, Venti?
Very much so, thanks to your timely arrival. But Mondstadt looks like it's in bad shape.
Yeah! The city's crawling with abyssal monsters. It's almost like we've already lost.
I'm not sure what happened, but the rest of our group might need backup. Let's find them first.
Good point. Let's go! Look! It's the Volin! Is that just Paimon, or does he look way worse than back then?
You're right. The corruption has spread throughout his entire body. If we had failed to purify him in real life, I imagine this is what would have become of him.
Wait! It looks like something's falling!
It's his tears.
Like the ones we purified in the past?
Yes, but at this point, these tears are essentially crystallizations of abyssal power. If left unchecked, they will continuously summon abyssal monsters, and this disaster will never end. We also need to get our hands on one of them. No, this degree of corruption cannot be cleansed. Besides, we need them in their corrupted state if we want to summon Dvalin. I doubt the pure sound of the lyre can reach him in his current state.
Sounds like this whole thing is still gonna end in a confrontation, though. Just like back then.
Yes. I wasn't certain before Dvalin showed up, but now I'm sure this situation is more than simple chaos. It seems more like an alternate version of events, and I have some idea of how it came to be. Well, monsters abound no matter where we look. You choose where to go, and I'll follow.
Hey! Diluc is over there!
Here we go!
Think you can get away? Yahoo! Yeah!
Made it. Thanks for the assist. It looks like Mondstadt is in dire straits. Did you see any knights or civilians on the way here? And my initial suspicion could be right. The knights have abandoned the city and evacuated all civilians to a different location.
Abandon the city?
In the face of unrelenting abyssal attacks, it's possible they had no other choice. But none of that matters now. An empty city has its advantages. We won't need to divert our attention to protecting civilians, for one. Oh, and this thing. It looks like one of Dvalin's tears. I don't feel good about just leaving it here.
That happens to be just what we were hoping to find. Let's take it with us.
Wait, What about Varka? Have you seen him?
No, I'm not sure where he is. We'll just have to keep looking. Oh, I think I saw Jean on the other side of the city. I was going to head over after clearing out these monsters. We should go help her.
Good idea.
Look, it's Jean!
Let's play! Time for takeoff. How rude!
Thanks for the help. I know everything we encounter in this bubble is imaginary, but these monsters sure fight like the real thing. It's a bit too true to life.
Don't worry. As long as we collect Dvalin's tears, we can use this abyssal power to our advantage.
I see. In that case, let's get moving.
Have you seen Varka, by the way? We haven't found him yet.
No, he might be at the upper levels. Let's search together.
Better to find him soon than later. The Grandmaster is an exceptional warrior, but this is the abyss we're dealing with. You can never be too careful.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Huh? What happened? The statue's broken!
The Grandmaster should be over there. Come on, let's hurry.
We're here to help.
Perfect timing. Let's do this.
Wind, hear me.
Time for takeoff. Here we go. Yeah.
Looks like we're all back together. Everyone in one piece?
Yes. The honorary knight arrived just in time to help us out.
Now that we've collected Dvalin's tears, the monster attacks appear to be easing up too. I'm sure you've noticed, Varka, but the city is pretty much a ghost town at this point.
Yeah, we should get out of here. No sense wasting our strength.
This place should be safe from monster attacks for now, at least.
Anyone there? The communication function bugged out again. Do you copy? It's me, Nicole. Alice just got back too.
Yeah, we can hear you now. What's going on?
When designing this experience, we cut out the part where the Traveler cleanses the abyssal power, and we didn't think to replace it with a different sequence of events. I think what we're witnessing is a direct result of that. Alice and I thought the events in the bubble would be independent from each other. But since the magic is contained in one place, it appears a casual link has formed between all the events within it. And so, because Dvalin was never purified, we've encountered a major bug.
I knew it. So, what we're witnessing now is like an alternate version of events where the honorary knight never appeared in Mondstadt.
Wait, but even if the Traveler never showed up, you could have done something, right, Venti?
The Abyss is a far greater enemy than one person can face. I could have handled that specific situation, sure, but it wouldn't have gone quite so well. If I'm not mistaken, you've seen how that version of the story goes yourself, right, Varka? Through the mage's scryglass?
Yeah, it was a kind of prophecy. It felt so real, I doubt I could ever forget it. In the end, you were able to seal Dvalin away, but you were wounded in the process.
But if Dvalin was sealed, how did things get to this point?
Because a seal doesn't solve the root problem. Over time, the Abyss would just grow stronger and stronger, deteriorating Dvalin's consciousness until there was nothing left.
Wait! Does that mean what we saw earlier was...
The aftermath of Dvalin breaking free from the seal, that's right. He is in dire straits. The power of the Abyss has fused with his flesh and bones. Purifying him now in this state is no different than sentencing him to death.
So, if we want to resolve...
We have to kill Dvalin. I know that sounds intense, but remember, this is a fictional world. The real Dvalin is right as rain and a lot more mellow than this one, that's for sure. We have our solution, so let's hop to it. Should be a piece of cake for a group like this. No time to lose, right? We've got Klee waiting for us after all.
She's playing somewhere else right now, so we do have some time. Of course, the sooner we resolve this, the better.
You're right. This is the only way.
I know Dvalin means a lot to you. If this is too hard, you can leave it to us, you know? No need to scar yourself over a game, right?
I'll be fine. I was prepared for that possibility back then, too. Let's go. Storm Terror's lair awaits. This is it. Ready, everyone?
More than.
Of course. I just hope I learned a thing or two since the first time around.
Guess I'm the newbie, huh? Good thing I'm a quick learner then.
What about you, Traveler? This was your first big fight in Tibet. Were you nervous back then? How about now?
I'm not nervous. We've all grown a lot since then. We overcame this challenge once, and we can do it again.
Paimon believes in you!
Then let the mournful cries of this lyre, tainted and defiled, summon a familiar now utterly warped.
You all right, Barbados?
Turning the surging abyss into musical notes is no simple task, but how could I claim to be the finest bard in Tibet if I didn't rise to the occasion?
I have heard enough.
Remember, we need to wear him down first before we can attack his weak spot.
On me! Huh?
Think you can get away?
Time to switch positions.
Now's our chance. Climb up and attack the abyssal core.
Slash!
Nice job! One more to go!
Oh boy! It's Superman now!
Up the ante! Up the ante! Slash!
Dumpty! Thanks, Gene.
Devouling, you're here!
I follow the lyre's song, wherever it leads.
Thank you. Looks like the mage's tale isn't over yet.
Might not be a happy ending, but someone's gotta strike the final blow.
It's your turn to be the hero.
I'll take knight over hero any day.
La la la! Mom, I'm here to play! Huh? Looks like it was a happy ending after all. It was kind of like a choo-choo car ride. It had its fun moments and its thrills. All in all, Paimon had a great time.
Guess it wasn't without some collateral damage, though. Sorry about the window, Jean.
It's fine. As long as the building itself is intact, I consider that a win. I'll arrange for the window to be replaced at a later date. In any case, we were lucky Dvalin arrived when he did. It would have been tricky to deal with a flying opponent otherwise.
I suppose I could have created a gust of wind to whisk us up, but I'm not sure our gliders would have survived the process.
Honestly, after everything we faced, I can't believe Alice still decided to bring Klee in there to play. She's a daring one, that's for sure. I mean, can we be certain there aren't other bugs that just haven't cropped up yet?
I suppose that speaks to the confidence the mages have in their magical mastery.
If I know Alice, the whole bubble could have been blown to bits, and Klee still wouldn't have had a single scratch.
Her abilities do speak for themselves, I suppose.
So, what now? Anyone down for a drink? My treat.
Sounds like a great idea. But tonight it's on me. I happen to have a bottle of fine wine set aside just for the expedition team.
Haha, even better. Count me in.
Say no more. You had me at fine wine.
All right, let's head over to my place then. You're coming too, right, Jean?
I'm afraid not. There's still a lot of work to do.
So what? The world's not gonna end if you push it off? Come on, we never get a chance like this.
I suppose that wouldn't be a problem if you head back to headquarters with me after we're done and help make up the work.
On second thought, how about you just join us when you're done with that? What about you, Honorary Knight? Gonna tag along? Okay, all's well that ends well, am I right? To the bar!
Alice loves going to the library. Let's wait for her there.
Looking for me? I'm glad. I wanted to thank you for helping me keep my promise to Klee. She had a splendid time in the bubble. Nicole came with us to make sure all was in order and prevent any similar incidents from happening in the future. You live and you learn. It's rare, but even the Dodo King isn't immune to a small slip-up here and there, I suppose.
So, it's all fixed?
Yes, quite. The recording work is done as well, so now all we have to do is play it on loop. It should be smooth sailing from here on out. Anyone and everyone can now enjoy the bubble at their leisure. Nicole will keep an eye on them, of course. I wouldn't put it quite like that. It was more like a fate that will not come to pass.
Huh? What's the difference between the two?
Let us not forget the courageous dragon slayer in the story. Well, in real life, he had already left on an expedition to Nodcry at that time. Of course, that doesn't mean Dvalin would have escaped his destined death, for another hero would have come along and paid a painful price for victory.
But what we saw in the bubble was what happened after Dvalin broke free from the seal. So, couldn't Barca have been back by then?
Dear Paimon, you're free to ponder such questions yourself, of course, but it's of little use to ask them aloud. Word to the wise. Do not lose sleep over all those what-ifs, over the fates that will not come to pass. It's an exercise in futility. Those who can observe fate see both the good and the bad of what could have happened. But all that matters is what did happen. Those alternate fates are nowhere near as important as the world that exists in the here and now.
All right.
Ah, you're saying it was as if the bubble itself had become contaminated. I suppose some gunk could have stuck to my luggage while I was wandering the border and got mixed into my magic without me noticing. Just kidding. I would never be so careless. Your intuition is spot on, traveler. What developed in the bubble was a nascent form of abyssal power that, if left unchecked, would evolve into the real thing.
What? So it didn't come from outside? It just appeared out of thin air?
The abyss is perilous, cunning, dangerous, obsessive, and most infuriating of all, a complete and utter mystery. I'm sure you've seen for yourself how complex it can be. The Hexen Circle has been observing its energies for a long time, and I think Barbalot's interpretation is the most accurate. The essence of the abyss lies in the hatred carried by all the fates that will not come to pass. This world is filled with conflicting elements. That one thing should happen signifies that a different possibility has been eliminated. These events can be small, almost trivial. I had Sweet Madame for lunch today, for instance. That means the Alice who chose tea break pancakes instead is no more. Of course, they can also be events that threaten the world, such as my friend Rhindotter's decision to tap into the abyss. In that instant, the tale of a future in which she remained pure was gone forever. So then, the question at the heart of it all is this. Why must these fates be the ones to disappear?
Ah, Paimon gets it! It's hatred that stems from not being chosen.
Precisely. The magic we wove this time involved recreating the past. However, some of the variables we added allowed a certain amount of these unchosen fates to come very, very close to reality. And thus, the Abyss showed its teeth. Of course, much like always, it is not existence that it seeks, but the destruction of all. In the end, though, it wasn't a huge issue. Things like this happen on the border all the time. It has quite the victim complex, that's for sure. It's obsessed with entering this world at all costs. And that is precisely why we must protect our lives and those of our loved ones. Because when you think about it, to exist in this world is to be a spark of luck amidst countless possibilities. How precious is that?
Ah, Alice, you're here. I'm truly sorry about this, but per the regulations of the Knights of Favonius, I'm afraid I must send you to confinement.
Whatever for? Things turned out just fine with the magic bubble. Besides, if that's what this is about, shouldn't Nicole come along too?
It's not about the bubble. We received word that a number of fish have been injured as a result of explosions near Starfell Lake. As I'm sure you're well aware, fish blasting is strictly prohibited.
Oh dear. Run, Klee! Save yourself!
She's already inside.
Guess it's a day of first for the Dodo King, huh?
Farewell, forever traveler. You shall never see me again.